Hello everyone, welcome to Demella Universe. I am Vel Astri. Thank you so much for joining me. This is a reading for the full moon in Cancer on the 18th of January 2022. The full moon in Cancer on the 18th of January 2022. Beautiful beings, Cancer is the fourth house energy, all about relationships, about family, about the emotional body, tending to you, tending to that love. And we have been in a Venus retrograde, which ends. Venus goes direct on the 29th of January, and we will be in Mercury retrograde when this full moon happens. So a lot of energies already within relationship healing, within communication, within how you allow yourself to be, about how you allow yourself the love of you, the nurture of you, tending to your emotions, tending to your needs, and really how you relate with others and the relationships, healing within relationships. So I feel this full moon is bringing through a manifestation, bringing through a blessing, bringing through a breakthrough within relationships, within the emotional space, within all those elements, in order to allow you to really align to your beautiful manifestations, to your desires, to your dreams. Remember, when you are on the path of happiness, joy, and well-being, that is in alignment to your desires and your wants and needs. And during this Venus and Mercury retrograde period, we have been taught lessons of where we perhaps still deny ourselves joy, still deny ourselves happiness, still deny ourselves loves for others, or for perhaps conditioning and programming, which you are learning to release, learning to resolve. So this full moon really bringing through, I feel, a powerful breakthrough, powerful illumination, powerful insight, a helping hand, some beautiful blessing coming in to assist you at this time, which aligns you to everything that you want. So let us see what we are receiving, what you are receiving this full moon in Cancer on the 18th of January 2022. I apologize for any noise or talking in the background. It's quite busy here where I stay at this time. Actually, no matter the time, it's just been very busy of late, but I trust you'll be able to hear all the messages within clarity. Truth, and just as I say that, somebody puts on the vacuum machine, so definitely it's going to be one of those weeks. And release. And look, I love how both of these have trees. For that wonderful symbol, trees symbolize family, connections, community. So really a powerful healing within the family space, within your connections, your soul tribe, your soul community here. I'm actually going to hold them both up and read them at the same time, for they're quite, they work hand in hand. So yes, during this full moon in Cancer, some truths coming through for you. Finally, truths coming through within relationship. So wherever you have been having conflict, or you have perhaps been having a disagreement, perhaps a separation, there's some truth coming in for you, some illumination coming in, some clarity coming in, and this allows you to finally release the relationship, or release the situation that's not working out for you, or release the topic, release the argument, release the tension, release the resistance. This can also indicate some truths from spirit coming through on yourself, about yourself, some truths you're really coming to understanding, some deep truths about yourself, of perhaps where you disallow yourself love, or perhaps where you don't trust yourself, maybe where you don't give yourself enough credit for what you do, perhaps where you do not really truly align with who you are, and it allows you to release any of the resistance, to release any of the past conditioning perhaps within you, to finally release yourself to the truth of you, to finally release yourself to your authenticity. I love the green and the red here. Yes, this truth really opening up your heart chakra here with the green. This truth that comes in, you can trust whoever's bringing it in, whether it's through your guides, through a spiritual team, through somebody in the physical realm coming through. However this truth comes through, you can trust it, and it allows you to really open up your heart chakra. It's a truth that comes in to heal that heart space, to heal you to divine love. And as you release, you're finally able to release it, and you find allowing yourself a more stable root chakra, a more stable foundation, a more stable basis to create on. So this release really is a release of things that don't honor you, and with all this red, finally bringing through a beautiful healing to your foundation, a beautiful healing to your root chakra, where finally the things that you are tending to, or your everyday experiences, are now based within the truth of you, within the clarity, or within an authentic foundation which resonates with your soul. So a powerful time for healing coming through with this full moon in Cancer, where you are coming into some deep truths, allowing you to finally release energies which no longer serve you, in order for you to really be attuned to the frequencies of your soul. It's a beautiful, it's the breakthrough and the truth and the information and the healing and the release you have been hoping for. And I also feel, you just really feel empowered. This truth really empowers you, which is why you are able to release and no longer look back. You're able to release and finally no longer, it's whatever forgiveness comes through at this time, it is, you don't excuse the behavior, but finally now you're able to release, you're able to forgive, and it no longer plagues your mind. The person, the situation no longer comes back and plays in your mind. You are freed from the energies of this of the situation completely, mind, body, and soul. Okay, let's pull some tarot and see how this manifests. Look at that, Four of Wands, Page of Pentacles, the Empress, the Hermit, Eight of Swords, King of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords. And at the basis, we've got the King of Swords. Yes, the overall energy for this beautiful full moon coming through: illumination, clarity, truth, resolution. You are able to, you have the clarity you've been asking for. You have the insight you've been asking for. You're receiving from your inner spirit, from inner guidance. This is you seated within clarity, seated within authenticity. This is finally people also, whoever's coming through for you, whoever's communicating with you at the time is also in the truth. So you can trust the information that you are receiving. It does not mean that you need to take the person back in. It simply means whatever you are being shown, whatever is being revealed to you is true. So now you can make a choice. You can make an educated choice. You can make you are sure as to your next steps can be. You're sure as to whether you want to release the energy or not. There's no illusion here. You're not being manipulated during this beautiful full moon in Cancer. It is complete illumination for you. Okay, so here we see the Four of Wands, that fourth house energy really coming through here for you. So yes, it's time for a healing in the family space, in the relationship space. So it's time for happiness, time for stability, foundation. It's time for you to have stable relationships within the home, a stable foundation within the home, where you are feeling secure, you are feeling loved, you are feeling good, and it feels like a victory, finally a breakthrough, where you're able to shift to the stability, where you're able to shift this beautiful foundation. I feel that some of you also, it's not as heavy, this truth. It can be somebody who proposes to you, who wants to get married to you. So it's a truth that's revealed, the truth of their heart. You haven't been sure. You've been a bit maybe wandering back and forth whether they actually want to be with you. So some of you might be having some proposals at this time, which allows you to release a lot of fear and insecurity you had going forward. But for the majority, for the collective here, this is finally stable, being able to build stable relationships and stable home experiences. Finally, you feeling safe at home, feeling stable at home, feeling you are finally able to build the home you have been wanting, you have been reaching for. And with the Page of Pentacles, yes, definitely some of you are going to be given an apology, and it's quite unexpected for some of you, this apology that's coming in. But whoever's bringing it in, know that it's truthful, know that they're speaking truthfully to you. They mean it. Whatever this apology is, they mean it. They see the error of their ways. They see how they've hurt you. They see how they've taken you for granted. They see how they've manipulated and misused you. They see it and they feel it, and now they wish to bring a true apology to you. It's truthful. It's truth felt. They really mean it to the core of their souls here. Again, it does not mean that you need to take them back in. It does not mean that you need to now have a relationship with them again. It just allows you to release. It allows you to finally, if they resonate and you want, and you feel that you can have a solid foundation with them again. Of course, that is up to you, follow your intuition. But I feel for a lot of you, this apology finally allows you to release, because you finally understand, I wasn't going crazy. I wasn't going crazy. So I was right to leave them. Because a lot of you, I feel, really stood up. This has to do with family matters, family issues. And a lot of you stood up to your family. A lot of you stood up to loved ones, where you spoke your truth, where you spoke up and out about things which were not, how they were not treating you, and things that were not, which were not high frequency, which were not good, which were happening. And I feel a lot of you were then rejected or felt that you were outcast. And now finally they're coming and saying, no, you were right, we were misbehaving, or yes, that was wrong of us to do, or wrong of me to do, however this works, however this pans out for you. So it doesn't mean that you take them back, but finally you no longer feel guilt for what you spoke. You no longer feel guilt for how you opened up to them. You finally are able to, you're at peace with the decisions that you made, and you're able to finally release them completely. And with the Empress, this healing really brings you and releases you of all of this old energy. And finally, you find yourself having energy and excitement for what you are doing, for your projects, for your creative projects, for what you've been wanting to do, for wanting maybe to start a family. Some of you want to start a family, but there was this tension, this resolution you first had to resolve in the family before you could move on. Some of you may be wanting to start a job, and maybe this truth and this release doesn't necessarily have to do with a family member. It could happen to be in a career, it could be in the workplace, where there was tension and you really couldn't move on, you really couldn't move forward, you really couldn't, maybe it was a business partner you're working with, and you really couldn't move forward until they owned up to something they did, or until they owned up to something they did. That's what really feels strong. So now finally they own up to it. Finally they tell the truth. They They come wanting now to really build with you properly, and you're able now to carry forward. So however this resonates with you, because you're all reaching for different things, however, this beautiful healing, this beautiful release, this beautiful energy that comes through in Cancer full moon allows you to finally release the heaviness, release the burden, release the uncertainty, and you're able now to really invest in you. You have the energy to now invest in your work, to invest in your creative project, to really now put in the steps you have been wanting. You feel this energy return to you. It finally, you're able to, it feels like this, whatever this was, really, as much as it didn't hold you back, as much as you didn't allow it to hold you back, it really weighed heavy on your heart. And now finally, as it's resolved, you feel so free, you feel so empowered, and it really frees up a lot of energy within your creative sector, and it's a beautiful, powerful movement. It feels like finally you're able to move forward in your life, and you finally are also able to break free. There's a lot of you who have been within. You've taken time out from people to really assess, to really make sure that you know you to really tend to you, to really assure that you are creating within your truth. So a lot of you are going to also now finally feel free to break out of the hermit mode. It's as if you just didn't trust people because of how they were, and now that finally this truth has been revealed to you, you finally feel a bit more open to trust, a bit more open to be social again. You're feeling, because you know that you feel validated in what you did. You no longer feel like you were the wrong one. Not that you do at this time, but the information and the truth that comes in really allows you to feel a lot more free, and you feel you can be a bit more outgoing. You feel a little bit more adventurous and exploratory, and what's the word, explorative, in your everyday experiences. And it's like you really trust your soul. You have been trusting your soul. That's why you've been making these decisions. But now that the proof is also there in the physical, it's like, I knew I was right. I knew I could feel it. And it just brings a greater sense of trust and faith within you and your intuition. And with the Eight of Swords, where you felt blocked, where you felt restricted, where you felt uncertain, you finally feel free. You finally feel you release. You no longer feel bound down by this heavy energy, by all these swords, by all the negativity. All these swords now melt away. The truth really melts away these swords, and you feel free. You feel released. You feel happy. You feel quite empowered. And here we see with the King of Pentacles, you feel empowered, you feel stable, you feel within your truth again. And this again is earth energy, so Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So you might be dealing with the Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn in this energy. We also see the Page of Pentacles coming through. So there is, and there's a Virgo here, the Hermit card. So there's a strong indication of an earth energy, Virgo energy, Taurus or Capricorn. There's also the King of Swords energy, so it could also be an air energy, Aquarius, Libra, and Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. Sorry about that, Geminis. So Aquarian, Libra, and Gemini. It could be Aquarian, Libra, or Gemini energy. So strong indication for earth or air sign coming through. Perhaps they're the ones you are dealing with, or perhaps you are a earth air sign, just for an extra synchronous sign from spirit. But that is not necessary. It doesn't necessarily have to be so. This is also really showing you your energy, how finally you are feeling empowered, you are feeling restored, and you feel, it really feels that whatever this energy is really was heavy, and you almost didn't even know just how heavy it laid on your heart until it was resolved. And you just really feel good, you feel stable, you feel anchored in your truth again. And it really opens up a lot of material wealth for you, material manifestations coming in through, because as we see with the Empress and the King of Pentacles, it's a beautiful movement, a beautiful shift in your creative, your material, and your material and your prosperity, your financial sector. I feel really also feels a lot more freer. It's as if the energies, you feel more inspired for your work, you feel more inspired for your creative adventures, endeavors, you feel more inspired, you feel able, you feel ready now to really explore and enjoy this physical realm more, because that energy that was weighing you down is released. And with the Knight of Wands, you will know exactly how to navigate this energy. Just trust. This is you creating from your intuition. This is you creating with the third eye wide open. This is your solar plexus creating now within the alignment of your soul. So know that however this truth comes to you and whatever decision you need to make, you will use your intuition. You will know what to do. Just go within and follow your intuition. Ask your guides and your spiritual team to assist you. Ask your higher self to guide you. You are not alone at all at this period. And this beautiful full moon in Cancer, a beautiful breakthrough in a relationship. It's really strongly indicated within a relationship, whether it's family, whether it's romantic relationship, whether it is career, however it might manifest for you. It could also be the relationship between you and spirit, you and your higher self, where finally you have a breakthrough and a release, and you have a great forgiveness for yourself and spirit, and you no longer feel trapped, and you now feel stable and secure, and you're able now to move forward within your intuition, within your truth. So it's a powerful energy of healing, of reconciliation for some of you, of a really beautiful final release for some of you. But however this beautiful healing and breakthrough happens, it really releases heavy energies from you. You no longer feel trapped. You no longer feel burdened. You feel free. You feel powerful. You feel empowered. You feel restored. And it brings you a powerful release of the heavy energies. And it really feels like a prayer, and a prayer you've been asking for the miracle and the healing and the breakthrough you have been asking for. And for some of you, it's really unexpected. You really didn't believe this person would ever own up to what they did to you. And for some of you, this is really, really heavy energy. And you literally had given up on them even ever. They never ever own up to anything they do. So this really, really shocks you. But you are able to navigate it. Don't worry. Even if it's somebody you never ever wanted to see again, and all of a sudden they're in your life with this apology, it doesn't overwhelm you. You're really in your power. You're really tapped into your soul. And you are able to use your intuition to really decide as to how you will navigate and move forward from this situation. So a beautiful healing to your heart space, a beautiful healing to your foundation and to your empowerment coming through this full moon in Cancer. Blessed be.